Yo, what up, folks? We're live. Let's do this. There we go. What should I put? Guess we're working on Supabase with Angular. Should be finishing out the rest of our Supaship IO port. That was weird. I guess I gotta do a trash meme, a trash dev meme again. I guess Josh will be a good choice because he just had the video go off. Josh Maroney. Trash dev. There we go. Looks good. All right, let's fire that off. Let's open up the Photoshop. Let's turn it into our thing. All right. Start with the Brandon one. Oh, it looks like I saved over the Primogen one. It's all right. But let's save this one as Josh Maroney numbers. All right, let's get rid of Brandon and Prime. We'll find Josh real quick. This should be easy with the animated face. I think. I don't know. I don't think I've actually done one yet. Well, aside from Trash over there. He was pretty easy to rip off. All right, let's see. Select. Go. Oh yeah, it's not getting the edges all that great. I thought it would be like perfect. And doesn't know what to do with like the outline. There you go. Alright, now I'll use the edger tool. Let's get that sharp. Yeah, it's actually not as sharp as I thought it would be. I thought this would be like pixel perfect. It's not quite that. But it's pretty good. Probably better than IRL face. There you go. Alright. Crop it out. Yeah, it's alright. And we'll flip it. That bigger. Excellent. It's Maroney without a Y, it looks, or without an EY, just a Y. We'll get this posted up on his new video he put out for New Age Angular. There we go. All right. Let's get into some code. So, let's see. Get a browser over on this side. I think, are we still serving from last night? I haven't been on this computer today, I don't think. Yeah, it looks like the serve's still going. So we can see where we left off and take a look at live real quick and just see what we have to do left. Styles are kind of wonked over there. I actually don't know why. I was looking at that. So I think I'm using the same styles as I did with React, but it's not like centering it properly. So we can look into that. But really the big thing we want to do is just get into the message board. We should be able to log in. Test. And whenever we do, if we refresh, yeah, so like things are reactive, at least on the data side. Looks like the images is kind of lame, but we're getting close. Let's open up the live site real quick. Supaship. Up to 44 upvotes on our top post. Message board still have 5 pages. Very cool. Anyways, so today we're going to work on this page first. So this is where we'll see all the different posts and the ability to create a post. So we'll have to make that form, and we'll have to make the list view here. And we already have RPCs for this. So remote procedure calls is what RPC stands for. And that's just a method on our Supabase client that we're going to call. And that the name that we're going to pass to that method is just like the name of our function in Supabase. I know on the live dashboard, there's actually some really cool ways of seeing all the functions that you have defined. I don't know. I guess we don't have it here in the local one, which is unfortunate. Sometimes they just don't have the links. I wonder if I did like database functions, would that let me in? Like it's actually there. Yeah, it's actually there. It's actually there. They just don't give a link to it. Maybe because it's broken in local. But what was the name? It was like create. Yeah, so we already have our functions we've defined called create new comment and create new post. So we can just kind of like make those and or call those, and we should be able to see our stuff being made. So let's get into it. I guess we'll start with the message board component here. Well, actually, no, I think we're all set on this. We're getting some red squigglies here. What isn't it like about this? Oh, that's a lint. Ugh. Just leave it alone, lint. I guess we can turn off that rule. What is that rule called? Equals. Just grab the name of that one. And how do we disable that? That's just in ESLint. I guess I want to do it at this level. Actually, I don't know if the Angular one's in here. I guess we want to do it inside the Angular lib. The ESLint config. There we go. So we want to give an override to this rule. Oops. Warn. I think that'll do it, right? Did that not do it? Maybe I need to restart the... Restart ESLint. Should be yellow now. No, it's still red. Did I not override it correctly? Do I need to put this in an array? I don't know. I thought this was how you overrode. Overrides, yeah. Oh, it's because it's in a TS file. Okay, I need to put it in the HTML ones. That's why. There we go. Now it's yellow. Okay. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted out of you, ESLint. All right, cool. So I guess we don't need the message board. We need to go to all posts. And here, I guess we'll just do it. We'll like import the Supabase client in here and just like call things out from here. Let me see. So really, we want to call all posts, or we want to do our get request to get all of our posts. So that's going to call an RPC just because it's combining some of that data for us and also paging it. I actually found out recently we don't really need to do that because there's some of the ways you can write your select statements for Supabase that I think we could probably do it without having the special RPC for it. Between like there's a range method, and then you can also do like joins via the string you pass in, which I think is actually pretty cool. So I'll have to take a look into that later. But what I do want to do, let me go to my all posts in. So this is our React code that we made for the course. We could probably look at this to see just what's going on in terms of what we did. Pagination. I'm not going to do pagination today. Just going to. This is actually the live site, not the one we did for the course. That's all right. Here we go. This is what we did. So we went to get our posts, and then we went to get all of our post votes for the user. So let's start with getting all of the start by like doing something with an observable, I guess, because we're going to like next on that observable to, or next on the observer for that observable to just like tell it when it needs to get some new stuff. So that's going to be just I guess whenever the user posts to or hits the submit on the form and that comes back successfully, we're going to want to resend that to get some new posts. So let's do it that way. Oh, and let me I'm just going to grab the interface here real quick. So this is what our post data looks like. Okay, so we're going to also import the Supa client from the Supa client. Boom. And now we'll have all posts. This will be an observable of a post data array. So we'll do this, a new observable, observer, and we'll have up here, this will be like our private trying to think how we want to do this. I don't actually want to like have an observer for this. I think it would be more whenever we want an observable that whenever we observe something hitting it, we want to take that, but we want to then switch map that whenever we see one of those emitted events, we want to switch map it to the promise we're going to get from our Supa client for the actual data we care about. So I think we'll want to do like a private. So we'll get rid of this here. We'll define that later, but we'll have up here a. I mean, we could just do this as a subject, I guess. Let's make it as a subject. So we'll say fetch events is a new subject of void. Right? And then our all posts should equal this. Still getting used to this hashtag thing. Fetch events pipe. So whenever it happens, we should switch map that over to our Supa client dot RPC, and this should be get posts, I think. Yeah, get posts. And then the data here should be page number. We'll just use 1 for now. It should be more than just page number. Let me open up the SQL we wrote for this. Okay. So we're going to find get underscore posts. Oh yeah, no, it's just the page number. That's right. It was right. So this RPC doesn't look like it's returning what I expected it to return. Oh wait, maybe I'm. There you go. It's coming back as unknown. Let's try this. From JS dot then. So what does the data here actually look like? Get rid of some of these tabs here. Just looks like any. Wait. Parens are the death of me, I swear. Okay. So what does data look like? Okay, it doesn't know what that looks like. Unfortunately. Okay, we need that, the original DL back for get posts. So we're going to have something that looks like this. Yes. So we'll say interface get post response. We'll just transpose these string for UUIDs. String created at, I believe that's going to come back as a string. Title is going to be a string, and into this number, username. I forgot the colons, obviously. Ugh. Let's see if I just get all those. Is this clever-ish? I don't know. There you go. Okay. Get post response. So this should be dot select. Maybe that's why we actually weren't getting anything. Ah, okay. And then our data. What does our data look like? No, still doesn't know. Okay, so but we can say, if we get rid of our then, as promise of get post response array, I believe, from it's not liking this. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you just need it then. All right, and we're missing one more paren. That looks more reasonable. I swear, prettier is like my signal that I don't have any syntax errors, and that's its main job for me these days. All right, so I believe we should have our all posts now, and so whenever we need to fetch an event, we'll just hit next on that. And then we'll use the async pipe to subscribe to this inside of our template. So I believe we'll want to do implements ng or on init. So that down here, ng on init. We'll just take our fetch events and signal that it needs to fire. And let's see if we can do this now. We'll have up here, I guess before we do any of this template for it, let's just do all posts, pipe async, pipe JSON. Let's put this in a pre-2, just so it looks a little bit nicer. Let's got the multi-line JSON. All right. So let's see what this looks like. Message board, getting a null. Let's check to see what's going on. Are we making the network request? I would expect we should be, but we'll see if I refresh. Nope, we're not making it. So, what did we do wrong here? All posts should be subscribed to. I wonder if we have to like actually put data or just X returns X. Is that gonna make it fire? No. I know there's something weird with this like being unawaitable. Maybe if I got rid of the from. Nope, it's not firing still. Flex events, not next. I wonder if it's because I don't know. Let's try just before we fetch events. Let's just make sure. Stop fetch events. Dot subscribe. So that's actually firing. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually firing. It's just when we switch map to this, I wonder if that's not getting ran. Throw this to the brackets. We'll say returns that. And let's see if I can hit a breakpoint there actually. Okay. So we're never hitting that, even though we're definitely nexting on it. That's interesting. Yeah, so I guess we're never entering into that switch map. I don't know what I'm doing wrong at this point, actually. I know it must be something, but I suppose let's just try putting a tap in there just to make sure that it's coming through here. Let's put it in braces too. Tap. It doesn't matter what we're going to put in there because I just wanted to use it for the breakpoint. Yeah, not hitting that one either. Oh man. So am I not subscribing to it correctly? All posts. Is the all posts component in here? Yeah, this is it, right? Yo, Supaship all posts. Is there something wrong with my serve? At this point, I'm just perplexed. This should happen, all this construction stuff, this should all happen at construction time. ng init should happen afterwards. So we should definitely be observing that next. Very odd that we're not, apparently. I mean, I guess I could just change this to a behavior subject, and that way, as soon as we subscribe, we hit something for sure. I'm just going to do that. And so we'll get rid of this next down here. And we'll just do a behavior subject here. So the behavior subject, every time we subscribe to it, this, I guess, just undefined over here. Yeah, so now we're hitting. So the idea with the behavior subjects is every time you subscribe to it, you will like, you'll get the last thing that was emitted, and you always have to initialize it with something because of that reason. Very similar to like a replay subject, but like a little bit different in like the way, like the mental model around it. Like replay subject, you could actually replay the last however many emissions that were observed from that subject. So with replay subjects, it's almost like you're saving up a cache of like almost like a buffer to replay whenever you subscribe. Behavior subject is like you're storing a specific value. And this is cool because then if we ever want to, like down in the on init here, we can say this dot fetch events dot value. We can just get the last value that we emitted from there, which is actually not interesting to us at all. Just because, yeah, because it's void. We don't care about what gets emitted, just that something got emitted. So we can get rid of on init if we're doing it this way. I'm just going to leave it at that. And let's see. So we should be making the network call now. So if I go in my network tab and refresh, I didn't like that. Don't know what that was. Maybe I hit something weird. But hit a play. Okay, so we're actually going to have to go into the data. Map that down to the data inside of the switch map. But we do see this coming back and it's empty, which actually matches our database right now. So like if we take a look at all of our posts, like remember we're cleaning everything out whenever we run our end-to-end tests. So obviously this is empty. We got a couple test users in there right now though, but yeah. Okay, so we want to switch map this down to, I guess we can just destructure data out and have that return it at that level. There we go. And we can get rid of the tap now. All right, I'm going to Command Shift O to get rid of all the things we didn't use. Okay, so we kind of have our posts now. I'm okay with this being like the UI, so we'll go into like a form now to submit a new one. So we'll make a new form group, I guess. So we'll say new post form, new form group. We'll say there's a name, which should be a string, and then there should be contents. Should also be a string. Oh, no, this needs to be a new form control, sorry. With empty, and we'll put like validators required. And I'll actually just grab this for this one too. Contents. There we go. And we'll put this up here. Form. Do these have to be nested in a field set? I don't think so. I'm just going to do like a label and an input. Label and an input. The label is going to say, I guess. Actually, I don't need a label. We can just use the whatchamacallit, the stuff in the placeholder in the input. Placeholder. That will be post title. Let me actually switch that to title. Post title. We'll use the form group directive here on our new post form. And then we'll use the form control name. This will be title. And we'll use a text area. Give it some space. Text area. Oops. Oh, it got rid of them. That's interesting. Okay. So here we'll use contents. Placeholder, post contents. And finally we'll have a button for submit. We'll want to make sure, I think this will default to a submit type, but I always like to be explicit with it. Then inside of our, I think that we saw last night, this was ng on submit, not submit. And we'll want to do a new, we'll do like an async submit new post. And we'll call that submit new post. Cool. So inside of here, we're going to call another one of our RPCs. So we're going to take the Supabase client.rpc, and I forget what we named this one. Was it create new post? And we'll have our args here. So user ID, we'll actually want to get that out of our user information. You know, the weirdest thing about this is there's such a weird way to do this. I feel like the best way in Angular, which is just bizarre. All right, so we'll get yesterday we made our whole user service. I think that's actually pretty good right now. We'll say public user service is a user service, and this is how we'll do it. We're going to put an ng container at the very top of our DOM, so wrap the whole thing inside of this. We'll use the async pipe, ng if equals user service dot user pipe async as user. Or I guess this would be user data, we'll call it. And then inside of here, we're going to submit the user ID this way to the to this right here. And so this should be, what do I call this? User data. So we had an interface. We exported when we made our session or our service, the user data. So it's going to be in user data.user. So user ID should be at user data.user.id. All right. What's next? We'll need content. Content should come from this dot new post form. Nope. New post form dot get content content dot value. Let's get that formatted so it's not so crazy. What doesn't it like about this? Argument of type user ID is string or undefined. Do I mean user ID? I guess I did. User ID. It still doesn't like this. Okay, they'll just say. Oops. Meant to do or. Okay, so now it says fail input on everything again. Title. We'll just do here title. Doesn't like about this. Object is possibly null. Is it? Oh, I guess this one's possibly null. Is this, what is this? Oh, get out of here. Yes, lint. We already turned you off before. I guess we'll do it again. Yes, lint. What was the name of this one? TypeScript. What was it? TypeScript at TypeScript ESLint. Wish there was an easier way to just grab the name of this. Okay, there we go. Guess that's good enough. So we'll say here in rules, paste. ESLint. TypeScript. There you go. Just warn. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, but this one it really doesn't like. String or null. Oh, interesting. Why is that different from this one? Content should be string or null. Null is not assignable to type string. Oh, is this? That's interesting. See, I haven't worked with the type safe. I guess, okay. It's possibly null. Okay, I guess we'll do a question mark there. Or empty. Ugh, don't like that, but we're gonna go for it. Is that everything with this needed? I think so. Okay, so now we'll await this RPC call. Await, create the new post. And then after that's done, we'll next our behavior subject. So our behavior subject is at this fetch events.next to let it know there's a new fetch event to go off of. And I think we should be able to post. We'll see. Here, okay, let's get rid of some of these. That should be gone now. Quality UI right here. So we'll say test. Oh gosh, you can't even see that. Test. And submit. Okay. That looks great. Well, it doesn't look great, but the functionality works. After we, I guess before calling next, we'll also take this form, new post form dot reset. Let's clear it out. And let me grab, I'm going to bring in our all post component from our React so we can grab those styles from its render over here, I guess. That's the pagination component. Where's the form? Is that in another file? Did I put that? Yeah, let's put that in another file. Okay, so here's for the class name. I'm going to move this over to the other screen and just paste them in. Form, class. There we go. Then on the inputs, we have this for the class. Put class paste. I think that's the same. Slightly different, I guess, for the text area. Class name. Nope, I'm doing the React thing again. And then the submit button. Got this. Submit button. Class. All right. Hey, look at that. Test. Submit. Beautiful. We're moving. So here, actually in the React one, let me bring that up again. So we'll go into our all post component, and here we map to this specific post component. That's really just a render. Like that's really all it is. I guess there's some things we're passing into it, and like something to signal back or a callback to register, but like that's mainly it. I'm thinking probably we just end up building this out, like just in the one template for all posts instead of making a separate component for it in Angular, just because there's a bit of a larger barrier to making components in Angular. So let me grab all of this. We have to figure out what to do with the upvote thing too. Grab that. And then here, instead of the pre, so this will replace the pre. Paste it in. And so this div should have, well, let's get rid of all of this stuff because this is upvoting, which we'll take a look at later. But this div, excuse me, should ng4. So here's where we'll subscribe to our all posts async for let post of all posts async. So that's there. So this we'll take this anchor, and this is going to be router link equals router link this plus plus post.id. That looks right. We'll change some of these around. Ooh, I guess we need a time ago pipe probably. Post.username. Okay, we'll do that later. Just say give it the username for now. And here should just be post.title. Okay. See how that looks. Nope. That don't look quite right. Oh, I guess that's because I don't know why that is. Should be there. Yeah. Oh, I bet it's this gray. This needs to be like a gray. Oh. Is that gray? Okay, yeah. This, let's do 200. The Tailwind plugin here is really quite cool. Oh, but it's not showing up still. What's that about? Post. Flex. Order 2. If we look at the elements. Oh, what? What did I do? Did I really mess up Chrome? I've never seen that before. All the dev tools are just dead. Let me try killing the tab. Go to the message board. Inspect. Okay. Wonder what we did that was so bad we killed like everything. But go to the select in here. By Zach. Yeah. Oh, I use in class name again. Class name. Dang it. Yeah, these are all over the place. So everywhere that it should be class. Let me just do a quick find for class name, just across everything. Maybe that was. Yeah. Still in some other stuff too. All right, maybe that's the reason some of our other styles weren't coming through. All right, so now they should all be replaced. Let's check it. Okay. Okay, interesting. That's a little bit more of what I expected. All right. I don't like this though. What's going on with this? BG grade. Oh yeah. Let's just get rid of this. There you go. That looks a little better. Probably want some padding on that one. M4. 4:2. Why is there padding on the top? Oh, I see. MT4 on that, but not on the bottom. Yeah, MT4. Okay. Whatever. Let's just give the whole thing some padding, though. Right here, we'll say give it like a P4. No, I think I actually want to keep that there. I think when we get the upvotes in, the upvote arrows in for the buttons there, it'll look better. What is going on with this? Oh, okay. There's the cursor. I wasn't seeing a cursor there. And is that not working right? Href. If we go there, we can't. What's going on there? Cannot match any routes. Message board, post. Is that not what I put? Let's take the app. Whoops. Nope, I don't want to print. App module. For the routing, post ID. And this is inside of. Oh, I think this is where I need to order it ahead of page number, I think, is all it is. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is going to try to send us to message board. We just want to go to post. Okay, that was the issue. So instead of message board post, we just need to go to post. I may actually still need to get rid of, or still reorder it. Oh no, that one took us to post detail, so we're fine. We're fine on there. Let's go into, I guess, making the detail view next. So for the post detail, we're going to want to do, I guess we're going to want to read from the router to get our information. And we have an RPC call that will get us everything we need for that page, provided that we have the post UUID. So I guess we'll go through with that. Let's switch over to post detail. post detail, HTML. All right. So for here, constructor. Forgetting how to do this. I think we can get it from the router. Public routers, router. I want to say like the this is the post data observable, like post detail data. This part will get a little bit interesting, I think. But if we bring in here, we go to, I think I called this post view. No, is it just post by itself, I guess? Okay, so we'll have like a post, we'll have a comment, and then we'll have a depth first comment because of the way we're like storing the tree inside of the Postgres database. And we'll have a post detail data. So like that will have all the data we'll need formatted like with the interface we'd want. So there we go, a bunch of interface crap put up there. We'll want to say this is equal to this dot router. Okay, move this below there to avoid the reds. So we want like is there like the location on here? Is it the URL? That's just a string. I want like the observable of what's going to be here. Router state, create URL tree. I'm probably looking in the wrong place. It's been so long since I messed with the Angular router. Let me open up the docs. Angular IO. Maybe let's just try Googling first. Angular get observable of current route. Okay. Should be one. There's like 700 upvotes on this, so there should be one. I guess it's down somewhere with an equivalent number of upvotes as an answer. So many different answers. Okay, that's pretty good. Router. Yeah, but I want the observable. I guess we can do it based on the event. I don't like that. Shouldn't there be another one? How unsatisfying. Oh wait. On page 2? New v3 router has a URL property. Ugh. Okay, I guess we're using that first one, because that's the way we can get a URL. So grab that. I really thought there was a better way of doing that, but so router events. Isn't there like a type? Okay. So we'll say instead pipe, and it says subscribe filter, val, val instance of filter. Let's focus that a little bit better. Okay. All right. Let's do this instead too. If I was any, because I really don't like this instance of event type dot navigation end event type dot event type. There you go. So val dot type is equal to that. That makes me feel a little better. Map. And then we should be able to like just destructure out the URL at that point. URL. Yeah. So now. Oh, okay. That's going to be of any. We'll say. So this will return val is navigation end. Now it should know URL is a string. Okay, so now we've got our URL, and now we'll switch map. URL to our Supa client .rpc, and here it's get single post with comments, and the data here is post underscore ID. URL. That's actually probably not what I want, right? Because I'll need to like is URL dot replace. Oh man, this is jank. Replace slash post with nothing. I think that works, but it's just so jank. All right, let's see if that works. Just, I guess over here inside of post detail, we'll do like a pre post data pipe, pipe async, pipe JSON, and for here too, we'll say as promise of any for right now, just because I want to see what it looks like. Promise of any. PC, blah, blah, blah. Type promise. Interesting. Oh, I guess I need select. Still doesn't like that. Dot then. Okay. I think it likes that. All right, let's see what our post data looks like. Null. That should actually not be the case. Let's see what's going on with the network tab. Maybe something's... Oh, we're not making it yet. Is this where we actually have to do then? X. No, that's definitely not it. All right. Okay. I think we need to start with here. Start with router.url. This. There we go. Okay, but we're getting the bad requests. That's all right. What did we request it with? I bet I'm not getting that URL out correctly. Post ID. Yeah, I still got the slash. So we'll need to get rid of the slash here. Hey, now we got it. I guess we got to do the same thing down here. Destructure out the data and return the data. And now... Okay, so this should be all of our posts. that so the way our posts work with our comments, they're actually stored in the same table. So let's actually do this. Before we do go any further, I'm going to add the comments, create a comment form. And I guess we'll want to create a new component for this. So let me break out the generator component. We'll call this create comment form. Crowding me, bro. I just want to skip the test as the other option here. Skip tests, yes. Okay. Let's make our form create comment form. So like our left and right thing I like. Let's actually grab two from all posts. There's the all post HTML. Grab the form here because this is going to be like essentially the same looking form. And go to create comment form TS. So we're going to want a form, new form group. Actually, this should just be a form control, I guess. His comments shouldn't have titles. So we'll just say form control. Guess that'll be empty. And we'll use like a text area for this. So we'll get rid of this. Still have a submit. Form group. Don't need that. We can still use the ng submit, I think. But here we'll say form control. This will be form. I guess we'll just put your comment here. Submit. And then we'll have async submit comment. And we'll await the Supa client.rpc. This is create new comment. And we'll see what we need here. We need a content. So that should be this form.value. Guess or nothing. We'll need a path. So the path is actually going to be based on the comments given above. So I think we'll actually want to use an input here. Comment is a comment. Oops. So that should definitely have something. We should always require someone to have a comment. But then this dot comment dot path. I guess this would be, this is like the post we're commenting on. Post commenting on. We'll just give this like a more loose type. We really just need something with a path of a string and an ID of a string. Because our path, I think what we'll want to put here is this dot comment post commenting on dash this dot post commenting on dot ID. I think that's right. This needs to be path. So we're like going to append onto the path. Then the user ID, oh gosh, here we go again. We're going to do this the weird way. Constructor. And we'll have our public user service. It's a user service. And over here, we'll wrap this all in an ng container. And at the top, we'll do ng if user service dot user pipe async as user data. Then here, yeah, we'll use that user data, same as we had done before. Submit comment, and this will be user data is user data. So weird that this is like the best way to pass things when things are wrapped in an observable, but it's whatever. User data dot user dot ID. I guess, or empty string. Okay. I think that looks good. That looks real good. I guess we should also have an event emitter here too. So we'll have output, post or comment submitted, new event emitter, not that one, the Angular core one, void, I guess. That'll do it. We'll probably want to do something like we did. Probably want to do something like we did with the comment details stuff. Because right now we need to listen to this comment submitted, like almost as an observable, so that whenever I guess whenever we see the route change, or whenever we hear this, we should actually go get our new data. So let's adjust that up at the top level for all posts. Or not all posts, sorry. This would be post detail. Post detail. So whenever it should be like a merge with this. Merge right, and pipe off of that to our switch map. Merge those, yeah, so we're, does merge take an array or a comma separated list? I don't remember. Source is 0. What are the overloads? How do I see the overloads? I think it's a comma separated list. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Okay. So the other one should just be, oh man, it should be actually all of our, I'm not going to use view child here. I guess what we'll do instead is just like pass the signal out. So when we call up here in our post detail HTML, we're going to want to do, Yes, right under the pre, we're going to want to have our Angular Supaship create comment form, and our target. So what did we call this? Right. And so the input is post commenting on. So our post commenting on should be I guess like this would just be the first one of our post data for now. So yeah, let's do that. We'll say ng container, shove that down there. And here we'll do an ng if on post data async. If post data async as post data, and we'll do that in here. Post data JSON, and here this should be post data 0. Should be. Can't be used. Oh. Well, that's not actually that yet. I guess this should be post data.post if we're following the typing we were giving it, .post. And we'll just put it here. Switch map. We're going to have to map this down. Map array, I guess. So here we'll want a why is it not able to infer the type I need? I guess because I did this as promise of any. So it'd really be, let me get what the shape of this data looks like. Comment that out for now. Ugh. Okay. Just do that for now. Okay, so grab what this looks like. We'll call this like the post detailed data is post. Okay. Interface, get post response. Looks like this. So this will be a string, author name, string, created at string, title, and content string, score, number, path, string. Okay. And I guess that is not quite the same as our post interface, but this is what it's going to come back at here. So that's helpful at least. So we'll say this is a promise of a get post response array. And then here, when we map that array, we can say post what? Post is, what was the, yeah, post should be just post. I'll just say this is like array 0. Why is that not, okay, now it's mad about this. Is that what, is it mad in the way I hope it is? Comments is missing. Okay, comments. we'll give it that for now. And the last piece was the my votes. So that's actually not needed yet. So what doesn't it like about this now? Comments is never array. Is there any that help? Types of property post are incompatible. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. We'll like spread that. And then we'll also have, what were the additional things? I guess comments was missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so comments is the only thing missing. Comments. Does it like that? Looks like it likes that. Okay, so now inside of our form, we can say this is the top level one. So post commenting on should equal to post data dot post. It doesn't like that. What doesn't it like about that? Post or null is not assignable to that. I guess we would say before this, I guess we could say ngIf equals post data dot post. So as long as there's a post, then we can make our comment, have our thing to comment on. Okay, I think that may be set. Our merge isn't quite set up yet. So let's have something there. So we'll have on the comment submitted, we'll say observed, comment submitted. We'll have to add that down here as a method. Observed, comment submitted. I guess we'll just use the subject here. Comment submitted. So the reason normally I would use, I think, an observable here and like an observer to next on, but maybe I could use that here, but I want to just do that here because this is going to be for the top level comment, but then we're going to go into our tree view, and any one of those things submit a comment. We're actually going to just want to call the same method just to have this emit or have this next. I guess new subject. We'll say this is a subject of void, so we don't actually have to pass it. So we just care that an event occurred, not like what the event looked like. And then here in the merge, we'll have that, or we'll have this dot comment submitted. Oh, but we'll need the URL still. So I guess we'll just do it. I guess we don't need to map here. We can just start with undefined. That'll make sure we still fire right away. But here, inside of the switch map, we actually don't care what that's coming through because we can always get the URL right from our router. Say this dot router dot URL place. I think that would work. Man, that's a lot, but let's try that, and we'll see now if we try a comment, test comment, submit it, failed. Let's see why it failed. Oh, clicked it too many times. Test comment, path was this, user ID was this, preview, character 5. Oh, does it need a underscore? Path. Oh yeah, I think it's what does L tree take? Let me look at my code from the React project we had done when we create a comment. Create post. Find create comment. Where's that component at? Da da da. Oh, we use a period to separate. Okay. Why are we switching between? I guess we switch between like the dashes and the underscores here. Oof. I'll do what we have here. So it's path ID, but replace all. We're gonna replace all the dashes with underscores, I guess. Oh, I think I remember why. I think it's like an L tree thing. What a pain, though. Okay, so here, inside of the create comment form, so this needs to be a period, and the ID we need to replace all. We want to replace all dashes with underscores. Why don't we have? Are we not using replace? Oh man. What was that? tsconfig. We need to set that up. tsconfig app. tsconfig target. Is it lib we need to add? Compiler options. Build. Forget where this stuff needs to go. Is it? It's weird because I thought the target would have managed it. Is it libs? Here, do I use like yes? Where does replace all come from? Is that 2022 array? I don't know. I'll Google if that didn't work. Looks like it didn't work. Just try restarting the TypeScript server real quick. Make sure that wasn't it. That was 2022. Replace all the lib compiler to yes 2020. Okay, we'll just all of it. All right, now we got it. Okay, we did it. We got replace all. All right. What? Now the dialogue. Do you need to change? Oh no. So we now have excluded DOM. Dang it. Okay. DOM. Do we need to restart the server? I don't know. Probably get the same error, I would guess. Oh no. Okay, now it works. All right. So now we'll test, submit, create new comment. Worked. Let's do set a breakpoint inside of. I guess this would be in post detail. I think we're fine. Like I think we just don't have the stuff to set all the comments to everything after the first one. Yeah, like right here. Excuse me. I guess rather right. It's like in here. I want to see what that data is. But that data should be giving us our comment now. Let's try again. Just by submitting. Is that not catching? Look at the network. Yeah, we've been creating those. Comment, but it's not catching on that. Let's put something in there. I always don't know where to put those breakpoints. Submit comment. So I want to go to the post detail TS. And here I'll return the data. But I'll also console log the data. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if we're not firing on that. Maybe we are. Okay, we'll refresh. Yep. I keep killing the dev tools. I don't know why. Okay. But now we have our thing to breakpoint on. Oh, we're just not getting it. Oh. Comment submitted. Does that not firing? Comment submitted. Next. Observed comment submitted. Are we not firing that from the form? Observed comment submitted. Should tie to our template. It does. Comment submitted. Are we never nexting this? I bet we're never nexting that. Yeah. So we'll say this dot comment submitted dot emit. All right. So now we'll probably see a bunch of stuff in here. Actually, yeah. Look at all those comments. 6 of them so far. That's all right. We just want to make sure when we have this one, we'll see 7 posts. Yeah. Got it. All right, so we're getting our data back. Now we need to put it into this comments array. And this is where we got to do like our tree logic, which I think we can probably just port in right from the React code. So I'm probably going to do that here real quick. So the idea is, like if we look at our data right now, you'll see this array is flat. So each one of these posts kind of lives inside of a tree, but we specify like the path it takes in this tree via this path data field. So it's like a period separated list really of its path from root down to its node. So yeah, this one is like this post is a comment of the root post. So, or no, sorry. I guess root is, if something is just has a path of root, that means it's like an OP. That means it's an original post. And then this is the ID of that original post that this comment is based on. So all of ours right now, since we've just been doing the top level comment, all of them should have that same path. Yeah. Yeah, just making sure. Just making sure we never had the error. I guess we would have seen a there's constraints around the path by default at the Postgres level, so that should keep us safe in terms of making sure we don't put any bad paths in there. So that should be cool. Oh, y'all, we're at 4 viewers right now. That's pretty good for me. So feel free to say hi if you like. If not, feel free to just keep watching me struggle. That's fine too. I don't mind at all. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see all here. But really what we're going to want to do is this array is always going to be flat. But later on when we have nested comments, this path for some of those is going to be longer depending on, like if we have someone commenting and then you comment on that comment, then someone comments on that comment and comments on that comment, you'll see a lot of stuff coming through. Yo, what's up, Sharif? Nice to see you, bro. Thanks for coming by. We're going through with the Angular port. We're on the L tree part. So we're going from flat arrays to tree structures. And if we look at our TypeScript here, let me get rid of the comment. I gotta get better at hiding those comments because I feel like sometimes I just let them stay up. But speaking of comments, that's kind of what we want. Like this is a tree view comment where we have a comment and then it also has its children. Like you can think of this comments property as a children, and this way it kind of like recurses on itself as deep as you need to go. But the way we're going to get these is sort of like this depth first comment. I believe. I don't know why I called it this actually. This should just be, maybe I should just refactor this real quick. We'll rename it. Rename symbol to like a flat comment. So this is just a comment, but omitting the comments field. I guess it does have depth in it, which makes it different from our post or our get response or get post response. Like this won't have a depth. So I think our first step is to like just go through and give it a depth because that will make things a little bit easier. Let me copy over some stuff from the React because we should just be able to use this. So this will just take a array of flat comments and turn it into this tree structure instead. And it hurts my brain looking at this again. But really the idea is we're going to make a hash map first off of all of our comments. Just so that we can get it by ID. Like we're just referencing that by ID, and then we're going to sort all of those comments just by depth first, and then by time. And that's just so that when we go through them, they'll be in the right order. So we can just like if it has a depth of 1, we just push it onto our post, or just push it onto our result rather. So if it's a top level comment, if it's a comment directly on the OP, it can go right into the array. If not, we're going to get the parent. So the parent is going to take the map that we built, the hash map, and the path of our post. So this is going to tell us exactly what the parent is, because remember their ID should be the last section of that path. So we'll be able to just like find that parent really easily just by looking it up from the hash map. And once we have the parent node, it's just a matter of pushing it onto its array. So all that to say, we can just copy and paste this crap in, and then we'll have our tree. So I'm going to copy all this stuff over, and we'll dump it. I think we'll just dump it below the class. And depth first comment, we rename this to like a flat comment. And I think everything else it likes. So here, we're going to want to take it right here. So we can get rid of the console log. So we're just debugging to get that out. But then over here, our comments, this is where we want to, I guess it's right here. Oof. It's not a pretty way of doing this, but we'll say maybe like, oh God, are we going to use array.splice? I think we're going to use array.splice, y'all. What a day. What a day. Splice 1. Well, what does this return? Does this return the thing that got spliced off? That were deleted. Yeah, I actually don't want that. Delete count. 0 base location. What's to start? Oh yeah, this is actually I think what we want. So we'll start like removing stuff off at 1 and just remove them all, and that will be fine. So that will give us our yeah, so that's at this point it's a get post response interface. So we'll map this to, so let's get post response. I think we just want to like add this to get depth, and then we'll have a flat and then we can just wrap that whole thing inside unsorted comments to nested. Get depth. Yeah, so we'll just, inside of this map, we're going to spread get post response, and then we're going to say depth is get depth of get post response dot path. That's what it needs. And at this point, comments is all this, but we still need to make it nested. So we'll wrap it all. And that's a lot to do in one line. I don't like it, but I'm going to see if it works. Actually, I don't think we need this, the comments piece, but we'll see. I guess, do we already have a pre for this? The post data, yeah. We should see it in our post data. Now. Yeah, there we go. That looks like a good tree. So everything, we have our original post here. We can see its path is just root. And then everything else is, right now it has the same path because it's just always pointing to this ID. Root.that ID. So now we're gonna want to do like a, I guess like a comment, a comment UI kind of thing. I guess at the top, above this. So we'll move the pre down because at this point it's just debug data. Move that down to the bottom, and we'll say at the top here. So this needs to be a UI just for that original post. I think, let me grab the render TSX stuff from our post here, from the React stuff. We can just transpose that. Oh, the whole upvote. We'll have to do the upvote thing later. Blah, blah, blah. Create comment. Is this the right spot? What is this? This is the post view. I think that is the top level. So yeah, I guess we'll do this. Grab that to start. Dump it up here. Let's get rid of that line. And let's just close off those divs to start. I think. How is this looking? Okay, nothing there yet, but close off the first div, bring up the React again. So this first div, that just holds the upvotes. So we can close that. We won't have that yet. Our second div now has, so this is the OP. And we're actually going to nest the create comment there right up with the OP. Yeah, actually, let me just grab all this stuff here. Grab it like that, and we'll paste it all in and figure out how to piece it all back together. So get rid of all that, paste it all. And now we'll start piecing it together. So we'll start by getting rid of all the upvote stuff because we just don't have the Angular pieces for that yet. So that'll just be an empty div for now. Inside of here, so posted by, so this is just post data dot post dot author name, and then a space, and then double braces, post data, post, and oh, we'll need that time ago pipe still. And this is just post data. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that till we're ready to do the time ago. And here, post data, post title. Let's actually just do, everywhere we see this, we can just replace it with post data. And double brace. Double brace. Oh, so this is just to make sure we have different paragraphs for each of the things inside of the comment. I'm just going to leave that out for now. What is this? This is another mapping. Oh, this is where we put our create comment. So this is actually where we're going to want to hoist this up. The create comment form. Hoist that right up there. And get rid of all that. Wait, did I get rid of too much? No, but we are going to want to then, let's just put a comment here, post, or put, or start nesting comments here. There we go. See how that looks. Okay, so there's the contents. We still need to do all the class names. I forgot to do that last time too. Class names should just be class. Play. All right. We're starting to look decent. So we have our original post. Someone's going to comment, test, submit, and then we're going to start. Next thing is just to start rendering the comments up here. So we'll need our own comment component. So let's make that next. We're going to generate component, call it comment, name of the project, Supaship. You just want to get rid of the tests. Skip tests. Run that. And comments is ready to go. So the comments is going to be fun because this is going to be recursive. So a comment component is going to have a number of comments along with it. So this needs to have at input comment is a comment. From there, input comment, I guess. Yeah, so for our comment, let me grab here. So this is going to be the equivalent of our comment view component. So I want to just grab the stuff from the render here again. Create comment. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in here. We're gonna have to rip out. More complicated than I remembered. But I think we should be able to rip a good part of this out. Let's start by getting rid of the upvotes because we're not ready for that yet. We'll have to make our upvote component next. We've got our own host of end-to-end heads for that one specifically. Let's get rid of all the class names before I forget again. Class. Prettier is still not going. Okay, so here, we'll have like an is commenting is false for now, and we'll just say here, Angular. This is the create comment form, Angular Supaship. That's a long selector. But there's our form. And parent should be replaced by post. Oops, post that we're commenting on. This should be just the comment itself. On cancel, success. Just leave that stuff off for now. I know we'll need to add it back in. I think we'll need to add like the cancel piece there too, and we'll put a ng if equals is commenting there. Same with down here. So this div ng if is commenting button is commenting cancel. That should be fine. Get rid of these for now. And so that's for debug. Double brace. Then should show children. So this is where we recurse. So this is where instead of the comment view, we're going to grab our selector for the comment and do it for each one of the children. So we'll say paste. We can get rid of the key because we're not in React anymore. We can say comment. Well, this needs to be ng4 equals let comment of comment dot comments, and the comment here would be, that's confusing as heck. There's too many comments going around. We'll get rid of the votes and that for now. And this will close like so. Otherwise, get rid of all this. This is a feature we added later after we released the course. Is that right? No, I'm missing something. Let's close this. You have an unescaped race. Great. Okay, is it maybe this one? Comment author name. You get rid of time ago. Still missing it. Just find all the braces, I guess. Oh, here we go. We'll just do without splitting out into separate paragraphs yet. Okay, now we're happy with that. So let's see. We should be potentially recursing now. So if we hit play, what? Okay, I don't think we're actually calling that from the top level comment yet. So if we go back to the post detail HTML, yeah, so we need to start nesting them. So here we can call Angular Supaship comment, and this is have an ng4 post data dot post. Should that be? Why does it not know what that? Why does it not know what this is? Oh, yeah. Let comment of post data. Dot post dot comments. Is that what it was? What isn't like about this? It's possibly null. There we go. And then in here, the target comment would just be that comment. All right, let's see. We're recursing. Look at that. It's beautiful. So now we'll need the button here. So once we have this, we'll want to have our button is commenting. I wonder why we don't see the button. We should definitely see the button. Oh, wait, because of this. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, does it? Oh, wait. I guess there's another button that we will want to do. Create comment form. Yeah, I guess it would be right here. Right about here, we'll have a button. And this will just say reply. And on our click, say is commenting set to true. And I guess we'll put an ngIf here. ngIf equals not is commenting. Okay, so there's our reply. So when we click it, we see that. And we're going to need to send the signal up too, like the signal that something happened. I hate doing that kind of drilling in like a tree, but it's not that bad, I think. So we'll have on the comment here. So this is just another event emitter, same as we had at the form level. We may need this on the form as well, but we'll need to have a comment submitted. This new, oh wait, that needs to be the new event emitter. Void. This needs to be actually output decorator. It doesn't like that? I thought we could do that. Oh, it's the wrong event emitter. Yeah, I do that all the time. I hate that VS Code will do that. There it is. All right, so our comment component, we should go into the comment form, create comment form. Comment submitted already exists, so we'll want to do that in our template comment HTML. So whenever we see the comment submitted, we're going to just say comment submitted dot emit. So that's going to call this event emitter. And that should bubble up. So really, whenever a child happens here too, so whenever we have a comment submitted, we observe from the child, we need to bubble that back up too. Comment submitted dot emit. I'm liking this less and less as we go along, but now we can go to our post detail HTML, and here we're going to want to do the same thing we did there. So we'll say comment submitted equals observed comments submitted, and this one will actually hook up to our merge, if we recall. Yeah, so here in the post detail, this one will next on our subject, and we'll have that subject in our merge here, so that whenever we notice it being hit, whenever we notice that being clicked, we'll go out to Supabase and refetch our data. So it should all be very reactive all the way up and down the tree. Just a little more drilling, event drilling than I would have liked normally. But we'll try. We should see if we reply to this comment, we should now see it start nesting. So we'll say nested comment. There it is. There it is, boys and ladies, if you're out there. And we can keep going. Nested squared. Keeps nesting. Keeps going. Can't stop, won't stop. And we would do it over here. Nested comment. Cool. All right, I'm satisfied with that for the most part. We still need like our upvotes to go, so we'll do that next. I'm thinking though, I want to see if I just hit our end-to-end test. So I just like copied and pasted over the end-to-end test we had from the React one. I am hopeful that we can just run them and they work without much pain. I'm running the ones on the sign-up flow first just to make sure we didn't hit any regressions. It looks like that's going to pass. So now we'll try the message board. I completely expect these to fail miserably because we're just running them blind at this point from the React ones, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Looking like probably not. Yeah, it's starting to fail. Let's jump over there. Let's get rid of a lot of our tabs. Forgot how many tabs you have when you work with Angular. But okay, so the error we had here is message board sign in should have one. Oh, we probably like completely ignored as we were doing all that, like the if someone's not logged in, I'm all the developing we did here was with a user logged in, like what it should look like there, which should be like when the user's logged in, we should be able to click on anything and do anything we want and submit a form. But if we're not logged in, we still want them to be able to see everything going on in the message board, like all the messages going back and forth. But they shouldn't be able to like have the form to comment because they're not logged in yet. So they should just like see the form that says, "Hey, you gotta log in." So, oh, I'm reporting a momentous occasion. We're at 5 concurrent viewers, y'all. I think that's a new record. I'm psyched. Thanks y'all for being here. We'll jump into these end-to-end tests once I can figure out what's going on. I think we'll start just by going through and injecting our user service and just subscribing up to that at the top of our template with the async pipe, and then we'll just start ngifing out like the comment forms, really, because I think that's pretty much all it needs. So like the comment forms or any ability to reply. Maybe we'll leave reply in, but leave it disabled. Now we'll just ngif it off. Let's start going in there. So we'll start by going to the. I guess we'll go to all posts. All posts. I think we probably already have the. Like the user. Yeah, we already have the user data in here being subscribed to. So we just want this form to be ngif'd on that. ngif equals user data dot user. So this is just if we're logged in, we should see it. If not, we shouldn't. Let's make sure that worked real quick. Hit play. Something get all messed up. Let's see. Location, clear it. I'm worried about this. Don't think our user data is working right for some reason. If we clear that out, refresh, play. Let's try creating a new user. Oh, it's because I get it. We just ran our test, so we cleared out the user that we had been working with. That's why we saw some weird behavior there. Not a big deal. We'll make a new user. Oh, maybe we won't. Are the tests still running? Okay, they stopped. But that's not working. Why isn't that working? Bad request. We'll figure that out. Sign up. Get rid of that. I mean, that looks fine. Email, test, response. User already registered. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, that's the same user I create in the test. Doesn't matter. There, what that is. Test2, we'll call them. Submit. Okay, message board. Here we see it. If we log out, okay, that looks right actually. And we'll sign up. We'll just call this one test3. Just making new users because I'm forgetting the emails I'm using. At test.io. This will be test3. Submit. All right, now I'm on test3, and we'll make a test post. And make some comments. And one more top level. I guess we should probably like reset the form in between these here too. Let me check for that real quick. So just inside of all posts. Oh, that one's fine. Is it the create comment form? So what should we submit? Yeah, we should admit, but we also should reset the form. This dot form reset. And just looking at it too. Reply. I guess we'll want like a cancel button for, we don't want a cancel button at the top level, but we do want it for the second level. So we'll add like that will be, we'll parameterize that with an input. So we'll say input allow cancel. So by default, this will be true, I guess. I don't know. But we'll say for the button here, create comment form HTML. So this, make this like a div with like a flex class flex. So we'll have a submit, and then we'll have a button with type button. So you got to do this, just a heads up if you're new to web dev or whatever. Inside of a form, all buttons are going to default to submit type unless you turn them otherwise. So it's one of the weird things you hit is like if you click a button inside a form and it just randomly submits stuff. So got to be on the watch for that. That's a free tip, I guess, free tip from Zach over here. We'll say click. And over here, I guess we'll need another output event. Output cancel new events. Nope. Emitter void, and then we're going to want to do, so by default allowing cancel is true. So at the top level, at the post detail HTML level, we're going to want to set that to false. So I need that on the form. Allow cancel equals false. I think I can do that just like this, right? Nope. This needs to evaluate. So we allow cancel false on here, and then inside of the comment HTML, we'll want to here say cancel equals is commenting equals false. Can I do multi-line stuff here? Because I also probably want to reset the form. Eric, hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you coming by and enjoying the stream. Have a good one, sir. The VOD will be up, tomorrow if you want to catch up. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll take just the form reset. Form. Guess we don't have. What's the name of the form over here? Form.reset. Oh, I see. I guess we'll have to do that at inside the comment form component. Comment form. So cancel, we'll say cancel.emit. And here we'll say form.reset. Reset. There we go. I think that's it. All right. Oh, let me get rid of the comment. I left that one up too long again. All right. So now we have our cancel button. Doesn't look great. Oh, I need to put it on there, on here too. This is the whole reason we had that. ng if. Only have that if we allow it. Okay. So now we can do the cancel, have the comment or cancel it. Let's also go in while we're here. And what we need to do is wherever we call this form, so we'll start at the post detail. And here the post detail component TSX, or TS rather, well, 2 into the React side. So we'll need to also have here the user service. So we'll say public user service. So here, we're going to want to do like the same thing here, just like another ng container, ng if, user service, user pipe async as user data, close that off, bring this down. We're going to hoist that all the way, or throw that all the way down. So now, wherever we have the create comment, we're going to say if there is a post and user data dot user. So this way, if we're not logged in, we shouldn't be able to see the form even. It's fine to see the comments, but inside the comments here too, in their HTML, we should also not see the form. So is commenting, we'll need to do this here too. So comment component TS, and we'll have the constructor, and here we'll have the public user service, and subscribe to that at the top. ng container. Oh, wrong. Muscle memory failed me. I did it again. There you go. Throw it all the way down. Then that's interesting. We'll need to adjust that. But say here ng if equals user service dot user pipe async as user data. So we'll show the form only if we're commenting and user data dot user. So if we're logged out, we shouldn't show the comment form. And if we're logged out, I guess we shouldn't show the reply button either. Let's just put that. G if not commenting and user data dot user. I'm starting to think this might actually be weird. Like this button doesn't do anything. I think we're already handling that inside the form, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't think that's actually doing nothing. Let's play. So reply. Yeah, things are still working. Test. Let's get rid of the breakpoint. Still nesting. Alright. Looks good to me. Alright, we can retry the test. Before we do, let me just search for all data E2E. Get rid of that. I think because everywhere we're using this is probably... Well, everywhere we're using this where we could evaluate is probably wrong. It's because it's like still using the React. The React syntax plus comment dot ID. Doesn't like this. How do we do this? I'll Google it real quick. Angular, what is this called? Binding, bind to data attribute. Attribute binding. Data, nope. To, maybe it needs to be like a data star attribute. How to bind. Atch. Okay. That's what we need. Copy that. I knew it was something like that. Alright, so that one would work there. This one's just a string, so we don't need to bind. Just a string. That's from our test. Wait, what's this one? Alright, I think that should be fine. Let's try rerunning the tests. We'll just start with this one, I guess, and we'll just start stepping through, I think. And we'll just kind of figure out what we're doing wrong from there. So let's get rid of some more tabs. And we'll hit the debug. Put this on the right side. Wait for the window to pop up. There we go. Oop. As much as I love running end-to-end tests, it's always rough doing it on stream. Just because this is where it's really nice to have the two screens going. Oh, am I looking at the wrong one? Step. Okay, now it sees it. What in the world? Step. No, that failed. It's alright. We'll run it again. I don't know what happened there, actually. Hit the debug. Move this over. Is the before each not running? Oh, yeah, because we're not awaiting it. Await. Let's stop and we'll start it up again. Let's figure out what's going on. All right. Boom. Message board sign in to have count 1. Data E to E equals message board sign in. I guess it should be this thing right here. I'm just don't have it, I guess. So we'll say data E to E, message board login. So we'll go to the message board HTML and we'll call that here. Add the data attribute. All right, we'll try it again. I think that should make it pass now. Or at least get past the step we're at. All right. So step. Got it now. Create post form should count 0. Got it. All right. We passed the test. We're making progress. Let's try this one. I'm just going to run it for real. Looks like it's failing. Because normally it would be done by now. Let's see. Yeah, this is just too rough doing it this way. I'm going to run from the terminal. Still going? Can see posts. Okay. So we'll hide that. We're going to run from the terminal. So it's going to be playwright test. And this will be our message board. Oh, I guess this is our apps / or no, tests. Yeah. Yeah. Test / message board spec. PX playwright. Okay. And here we'll hit the debugger. Okay. So the first one we'll just hit a play on because we know the first one passes, and we'll start stepping through the second one now. Put this in light mode. Can I make this bigger too? I guess kind of. So we'll go. Oh, this is a 2. This opens up 2. Okay. Oh yeah, because the other user is going to like log in to create a post. Okay, so we have post title. So we needed the name on the post. So here on create comment form. Oh no, this would be in all posts. Or maybe create post. Maybe this was just an all posts. Yeah, we didn't make a separate one for that. Okay, so this one we just needed the name to be title, and same for here. Name to be contents. If we go back to our message board now, I guess this is in the utility to create a post. Yeah, name should be contents, type should be submit. All right, I think we're in better shape now. Let's rerun the test. First time through, first test is already passing, so we can just skip. Next one. So the top one is our not logged in user. The bottom one is we're going to create a user and log them in so we can create the post. It's using the interface the user would. Oh, and same thing here. So fill comment. So here we need the name to be comment on that text area. So in the create comment form, the name should be comment. All right, let's try it again. Play. Move on through. Now they're making their comment. Expect create comment. Created comment. Oh, yeah, it needs a. It's expecting it to be in a paragraph. Let's see. Maybe I can do that real quick. So this would be in the comment HTML. Comment HTML. Yeah, let's do this. So we'll say P. Paragraph. And here it's ng4. Nope, not like that. I want the star structural g4. Let paragraph of comment dot content dot split by the new line have a paragraph. All right, I think that should get us through that test. Let's see. First one done. Second one, create the comment. This is really just testing whether we can create the comment, even though it says it's supposed to be testing our not logged in user. But now, okay, so now we should have it. And now I think we're done with this user because we're back to the not logged in user. And they do not see the form to create a post. Oh, I think we're going to have to send them to a different place, just the way our routing turned out. Where do we go? We're here. Nope. It's actually trying to log me in. We're here. We want to go to the message board. Should go to /1. All right. So here in the test, where it has us go to here, we should see /1. So that's on line 40 of message board. Message board spec line 40. It should be /1. All right, let's try that again. Slowly making progress. All right. The whole flow we already know to make the post is working. So now we switch back to the other user. Don't have the post form, but we can click in there. Can see that. No form. Oh, this is where it gets into the upvotes. Is this doing upvotes already? What? Yeah, we're going to fail that one. All right, let's get our upvotes in there. So what did we say? Upvote should have count 2. So data ETE equals upvote. Upvote and downvote. All right, well, we're just going to use a button for those two things. So let's make that. So we'll have like we'll generate an upvote component. Call this upvote. Skip our tests. Nope, not standalone. Skip tests. I've never actually worked with the standalone before. It seems like it would be cool, but all right. So we have our upvote component, and I'm gonna start just by focusing on the HTML to make it look right. Then we'll get it in. So let's start with it at the all posts level, I guess. All posts. So it should go right here. So we'll call this the Angular upvote, like so. And if we go to 1, yeah, so it'll be right there. But we don't want it to say upvote works. We want it to be like our arrows. So let me go over here. Here's our button. This is just from the React piece again. Let me move that over. And when we have our all posts and we use it, I think we already have that around it. Yeah, so that's all set. So we just need the upvote and then the post score. So I'm going to do that after the button. Then we're going to do another button. And we're going to adjust this a bit. So it should be disabled based off the user's information. We can do actually the I guess we could do like an all votes. The user's votes could be just on the user's data. That would be fine. That'd be actually a cooler way to do it that I couldn't really do well in React. So we can do that. So we'll start over here. I guess we'll start by getting rid of a lot of this stuff. So this should be data ETE should be upvote, data filled should be true. I can get rid of that. Click. Disabled. So really the button should be disabled in the case where we're logged in. So we'll start by injecting public user service. So clicking on the button, well, no, we want to do disabled first. We're going to start with the ng container, ngIf, user service dot user pipe async as user data. Clutter things a little bit there. Drop the container all the way down. So for now we'll just say it's disabled if not use data but user data dot user if there is none. And here, can I actually like inline a function here? Don't think that works, right? I was never. It's weird to me, just how some of that stuff works sometimes with the templates. I've never seen like a really good exhaustive explanation of all that stuff. But here we'll say vote click, and this will be type. I guess will just be up or down. That'll just be empty for now. And here, whenever we click, we'll say vote click up. Okay, that looks good. We'll just copy this for this button to paste. And this one's just going to be down vote. And then the SVG, what was I doing with that SVG? If I could look at my upvote component, the render, what's going on with classes? Okay, so if it's down, we're going to rotate around the center. If it's filled, it's going to be green. And glowing, otherwise it's going to be white. And if not enabled, we're going to lower the opacity. Okay. All right, so we'll start with this one, the one to turn it upside down. So we'll say class equals paste. Let's see, that should give us an up and a down at least. Errors occur in the template. What are the errors? Node. Actually, let's stop playwright. Make sure that's not just hanging there. Line 40. Okay, unescaped bracket. I guess that's over here. We'll just put a 0 here for now. That get rid of everything. Yep, compiled successfully. We'll just go to page 1. All right, that looks all right, I guess. Don't like that that's off center. P text center. Maybe we could do like this. I think this is just because here, if we got rid of this div maybe and put this on the host. So for our upvote CSS, SCSS, host, apply those, and then get rid of this. Go to page 1. It's a little better. Inspect. Why is that not centered though? Text center. Oh, because it says class name. Again. So an upvote class. There we go. That looks nice. All right, so now we have our upvote component. And, well, I still want to do some of those styles. So I guess here in upvote, let's just have like a filled property, I guess. Filled is up or down or undefined. So based off what filled is, we'll say, how do we do that in Angular again? Class, I think it's something like class, is it ng class dot, if I wanted to have it filled, yeah, so then I want, the class name should be called, this should be set to filled equals up. Doesn't like that. Is it just lowercase class? I think that's right. So this will add the class if the statement evaluates to true. So if our filled is up, our filled is going to be up, down, or undefined. We'll just explicitly initialize it to undefined, I guess, just in case anyone gets confused. All right, so we'll also have class dot glow, same thing, filled equals up. Make sure that's a triple equals, that was almost bad. Class name, okay, so we'll have filled white, class dot fill white equals filled is not equal to up. And opacity 50, I guess we'll say same as R disabled. So we'll say class dot opacity 50 equals, we'll add that if there is no user. And we can get rid of that, and we'll grab all of these, and we'll just switch that green for a red for the down. So if it's a down vote, we want it to be, want it to look red. Red. All right. Oh, and we'll want to switch these to be down. All right, how's that looking? It shouldn't really look any different right now. Yeah. Good deal. Looks fine. We're going to want to do, I guess, like we're going to want to get our user votes. And I guess we'll add this to the user service. I don't love this being on the user service, but it makes sense, I suppose. So we'll have this be my votes or user votes is an observable of a record of string. How did I do this in React? I didn't like the way I did it in React as much, but I feel like this was on all posts. Like all posts and the post detail one both had their own way of doing it. But is that the top? Use effect. Okay, here it is. From all posts. Okay. So that's the record we were looking for. String down or undefined. I'm going to go ahead and grab all this too, copy it, so we can use it. We're going to need the same Supabase code here. String to up or down or undefined. Observable. All right, so I guess we're going to want like a similar thing where we have like a public method available so that people can call that method whenever they need to re-get our user votes. So probably the same thing as like the behavior subject, maybe not so much, but we'll just say I'm tempted to just make this a behavior subject itself. Yeah, I'm going to do that, but we'll expose it as an observable of this. Copy user votes. This hashtag user votes as observable. So this is going to equal behavior subject. Oh no, Jeff fell. Oh, I don't have my camera on. And throw that back on real quick. I forgot I took that off. Behavior subject. And we'll initialize that with an empty hash map to start. Equals new. Okay. I don't love this, but it'll work. Okay, so we'll have at the bottom here we'll have our we're just going to call this async method to, what is it, just refetch our user votes. So here we'll say, oh wait, well, is this where we dump everything? No. I didn't have that in my paste bin. Drop it in. So we'll await the Supa client from votes. And here we can just get this from this dot user dot value dot user dot ID. And we can await it there, and this will be constant data equals this. And this should be, so this should give us all of the post votes. So we should say if not data, then return. And then this should be data dot reduce ac vote post ID What doesn't it like about this? String is not as available as any. No. Post ID, equals vote type as up or down. There we go. And then instead of calling set my votes, here's where we just call next on our behavior subject with the votes. Right. Got one too many brackets. I think so. Okay, so this dot hashtag user votes dot next votes. Cool. So now we'll have our user votes available just via the user service at all times. I wonder if that needs to be its own exposed thing, or we should just put it on the user. I think we should just put it on the user. So we'll get rid of this. Get rid of both of these, actually. And we'll say, so this needs to be the record of the stuff. So we'll say here, votes, record, like so. And whenever we refetch our user votes, we'll say this dot user dot next take this dot hashtag user $sign dot value and then votes. So appended to that object, our user object. All right. I think we're in a cool place right now. Because now we should be able to have this information. So we should say, I guess, filled right here. This should actually always be like a pipe, unfortunately. But it's okay. Really what we need here, I guess, is an at input with the ID of the post. Input post ID is a string. Cool. Then whenever we vote click, we're going to just take like the Supa client dot is it RPC to vote? Vote. Or I guess it's just, we're just like doing it right on the table. We're doing like an insert, or I think it's an upsert. Is that like a cast vote we had? Cast vote. Is there upsert? No. Insert. Welcome. Try, hang on. Maybe it's in the other repo. Is there like a cast? No. Did I not use upsert anywhere in here either? Upsert. Huh. Where is it? It's on another branch. Not on that one. Branch. Check out course endpoint. All right, this should cast. There we go. Cast vote. Oh, that's easy. Just grab that, paste. Okay, so here the post ID should be this post ID. We'll make this async. The user ID will need to, okay, we're already doing that. So whenever we do a vote click, we'll also pass in the user data dot user ID user.id. So this will be user ID. And then vote type should just be type. And then on conflict should stay the same. That would be for our upsert. And user ID should be a string. It doesn't like that. I guess we say like that. Okay, so that'll be our vote click. And then if that works, then we'll call this dot user service dot refresh user votes. So we'll do this, and we'll also call this. So we'll call this whenever the button gets clicked. But we'll also call this, I guess, on whenever we initialize all posts. So I need an ng on init here. Implements on init. Then here, ng on init. This dot user service dot refetch. And we'll go to the post detail component. So whenever this initializes to, we'll want to do the same thing. Yeah. So, oops, that's outside the class. Ng on init. Nope, didn't want to do that. This dot user service dot refetch user votes. Okay. Cool. Implements on init. Okay. Okay, and now this filled. Man, I wish there was like a just a way to say whether up was filled or not. I guess we could. I guess we could just like tie that, make another subscription for that. It's kind of silly, but I don't. Maybe the least silly of the solutions as it come into mind right now. So we'll say filled observable of up or down or undefined. This is going to get gross actually. And here we'll say comments I guess we'll say on init. On init, that'll come after the first on change, so that should be in there too. So we'll say ng on init. We'll initialize this dot filled is new. Well, this is really equal to dot user service dot user dot pipe map. What was it? The votes. What did we call it? User votes. I guess just return up for now. Okay, what did this need to be? Just votes. Okay, so So we should just return here votes and this dot post ID. So this should be undefined if we don't have a vote. Excuse me. For there, and we can now just do like this. Drop that all the way down. And here we'll say filled. As filled. So we'll say filled equals up. There we go. That should make all that stuff work. Vote click here should be down, and user data dot user dot ID or empty. Okay. Hey, we're making progress. Let's see. So we'll go to 1. And let's make sure if we go to our app, we gotta clear this out. Sign up. We'll say Zach test.io, test, submit. Name is Zach. Submit. Message board, test post. Oh, why didn't we see this? What happened? Shouldn't we have seen it there? Message board. Refresh. If we inspect this, what's going on? I thought we were seeing the upvote. Yeah, there's the upvote. It's just all empty. Oh. Got it, because we haven't is this observable actually hasn't emitted yet? Service.user.pipe. Oh yeah, so this is going to be false. It's going to be falsy. Oof. This is the one place where this trick kind of falls down, is when it can be falsy. We'll say or no vote. We'll do it like that. So we'll say or no vote. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. So now we're logged in. So I think if we click the upvote, did we upvote there? Let's see. We're probably missing a step somewhere. Post votes. Null value to column post ID. Okay. So the payload wasn't all the way full. Oh, the payload didn't have the post ID? Yeah, that's what it said. Post ID. And as you can see, there's no post ID there. Where's the post ID? Oh, because we need to pass that in as an input to whenever we call that. So if we go to all posts, HTML, here on the upvote, we need to have the post ID. Post ID equals post.id. Easy enough. Okay, logged in, upvote. Hey! Okay, our count's not right. Oh, but that's because we always have it set to 0. Maybe we should just give always the post, because I think the score should just be on there. So we'll say like that. Switch this to be... really, this needs to just be a string, and because this would sometimes be a post and other times would be a comment. So I think it's just something with an ID and a score. And we'll say post.id ID here, and here post.id. I think there's some place we'll have to adjust it in the upvote HTML as well. No, everything looks fine there. Just gotta find that 0 and replace it with post.score. Hey, look at that. That should be green and disabled. But aside from that, now it's green. Yeah, now it's green. If I downvote it, oh. I guess if I downvote, we really need to send out and we really need to emit that too. So in the upvote here, we'll also have an output. So this is just like vote cast, new event, emitter, say void event emitter, and also this dot vote. Okay. So whenever we see that, it should really be the same as if we saw a comment. So in the all posts component here, whenever we see a vote cast, we should do the same as if we saw a comment. Oh, but I guess we're not doing that on the all posts. We're definitely doing it in the post detail. But how do we... Oh, I guess we just say fetch events dot next. Ugh. There goes data privacy. I'm too lazy. Wait. Do we already have a method for that? Submit new post. No. Yeah. Sorry, data privacy. Fetch events dot next. All right. There we go. It should still be red. It's troublesome that it's not. I guess. Oh, I guess just because we haven't gotten them yet. Maybe we should do that as soon as inside of the user service. So the user service is going to initialize on start. We'll just have it like inside of the constructor. We'll call it at the end of all this nonsense. That's a big constructor. So we'll say this dot refetch user votes. I think that's what we needed. Oh no. Valid for, yeah. We don't have the user yet. So we gotta wait until we have the user before we call that. So where is that going to be? This dot user dot next. Get user, if user, and then we can call this dot refetch. Oh, I guess we need to await that too. Then, no, I don't think we do actually. All right, let's see if that works for us. Yeah, there we go. I was worried that was going to cause some weird infinite loop I wasn't expecting. But look at that. All right, should be... The rest of it should just be same thing, but for the other components. They just have to use that same... the same thing right here. Copy it, and we'll go to our post detail, HTML... Start nesting comments. We can get rid of that comment. About comments. And here is where I think we can, nope. I think we can get rid of that and replace it all with this and say post equals post detail component. So this is equal to post data dot post. Doesn't like that. I guess we'll need to put a ng if post data post. Okay. And then here on the vote cast, this is where it wants to be observed. I'm just going to call it that. We should probably rename it. But I think that would work. So I'm going to stick with it. And I'll grab this. Let's actually make sure that looks good. Looks all right. But it should be colored in green here for sure. Interesting that it wasn't there. But we'll also want to go into the comment, and that should be the last place to do it. Okay, comment form. Comment. Okay. So I guess it should go right in here. And here, ng if should be. That should just be the comment. Comment. Probably don't need that. Yep. And here, comment submitted. Okay. Yeah, it's like not getting the data right the first time. If I refresh, post votes.select. Did that take a while? Or was it just me? If I refresh, okay. If I go back to the message board, I swear that wasn't showing up before. Don't know what just happened there, but I'm not questioning it. But if I do this and then go back, okay. Looks good. That is good enough for me. I do want to hoist this up to the top. Why is that there? Let's see. Inspect. Probably like some class name nonsense I forgot. Let's check that first because I'm pretty sure that's the solution. Class name. No. That wasn't it. Here. On the upvote. So it should be on a host on the upvote styles. Apply flex none, place content center. Is that right? Upvote. Scroll. I guess this needs to be like flex start. Let me look up Tailwind, CSS. Flex. I think it's justify start. Let's try that. Flex, none. But here, flex, justify start. No, didn't do it. I thought that was it. Weird that you don't see the classes here. Those just not getting applied? Let me try just like, I don't know if we can do this or not, but can we just add this? Can we just say class? I forget if this is a thing or not. Where did I do this? This is in the common component. Yeah, that didn't do nothing. Well, the classes are there. If I get rid of them, does anything happen? Probably not, because it's also on the host class. All right, well, honestly, that's kind of good enough for me, given where we're at. Let's see what's going on with the tests. If I test this one, what's going to happen? Probably going to fail in some way. Expect upvotes. Data ETE equals upvote. Oh, I think I did like up dash vote. If I go to upvote. Nope. Upvote. HTML. Yep. Let's try that. Let's see, reply button head count one. Oh, let's see. See what's going on with that. I have a feeling what's going to happen with these tests is it's going to be all red, and then we're going to just get to the point where they just all go green all of a sudden. I hope that's what's going to go on. All right. Do that. Test posts created. And then our not logged in user is going to be able to see that stuff. Not going to see that. Going to see the upvotes. Has both of the upvotes. Sees both of the downvotes. Oh, I got rid of the reply button. I should just change the test, I think. So this is on line 66 of message board. Line 66. We can say has count 0. Doesn't need to be disabled. Okay. Gonna cancel it, and I'm gonna write it from here because I think it's gonna pass now. Hey, look at that. All right, let's try all of them. I'm getting too excited. Nope, failing. Let's get rid of some of these. Oh, but that one worked. All right, I'm just going to run all of them on the message board. See what happens. I think we should be able to run all of them on the upvote thing too. So got someone's failing here. So that's cool. We can just like target those. Let me try these ones though. Try all the ones in upvoting. This is several tests around there, but I wouldn't be surprised if these ones work now too, because I think like all the functionalities there. Just maybe some selectors aren't working. Looks like it doesn't like something there. We'll figure it out. Let me just stop it. I'm going to assume all of those will fail, but we can start by doing this one. Copy that. I think, can we just do it like this? Copy. I think I can pass it like as a string. Test. Nope. No test found. Dang it. I thought that would work. I guess we'll just do the one we had been doing before and just skip the first two now, so you get to that one. Play. So this one's passing. Play. Play. Let's get rid of the old browsers. Let's stick around. Okay, this is the one that's failing, and we'll figure out why. So signing up from the message board sends you back to the message board. It's kind of a silly test. Bet that's not going to send us back. Yeah. Button tab, count 1. Expect, message board title. Oh, is that really it? Missing the space? Oh my goodness. Alright, whatever. Message board, component HTML, space. Alright, let's try hit and play now. Probably not going to work. What was the output there? Create form post should have count 1. Yeah, I guess. So inside the welcome component, after submitting, let's just do it like this. We should go there. I think that actually will fix us. Maybe break us somewhere else. I don't know. Probably not. Still doesn't like it. Looks like it failed in the same way. Hit a debug. I'll move this to the other screen just to speed it up, because I need to figure out what's going on with this one. That's all fine. We're filling out stuff fine. Back to the message board. Message board spec. Okay. Message board has that. Oh, create post form. Probably just need to add this as an attribute to the create post. Let's go to all posts, HTML, and just on the form, I think we need to add that. There we go. All right. Definitely passes now. I'm calling it. Ready? Boom. There we go. All right. Let's try hitting all these real quick. Hey, look. I think that was the problem with a lot of those. Oh, looks like this one's still failing just because it's taking a while. All right, let's debug this one. Let me move that over. We'll just see what's going on here. If I go to there. Okay, so we'll play. We'll play and we'll have created the comment. Okay, the comment looks good over on the other screen. Applying works. Comment forms. Oh, create comment form is going to need this. Copy. Create comment form HTML. Home stretch, y'all. We're going to do it. We're definitely going to get all these tests passing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This is going to work now. Watch. Boom. All right. 2 out of the 3 sections done. Upvoting's next. Let me hit the run. I expect this to fail just because I don't know. It failed the first time. So we'll hit the debug on this now. Just let me move that over again. And go to the test, set the breakpoint. Okay, so we're going to make the post. There's we have. Is that not going to work? No, that works. A vote button, click. Okay, that happened. It clicked it, I promise. Then, oh, okay. Oh, that worked. Filled up vote, yes. Filled down vote. Filled down vote. Should have count 0. And what did it have? What's the error? Where's the error at? Expected 0, received 1. What? Oh, it's probably the way downvote data filled equals true. Upvote HTML. Yeah, I always have that set to true. Shoot. We just need that to be equals down. All right, this may actually fix everything. I am going to do it from the top. This will build up some suspense. Wait, is it doing them in parallel? Gosh, dang it. It should not be doing them in parallel like this. What are you doing? Don't go in parallel. Why? Playwright. Did I have playwright fully parallel false? I guess maybe it's the way I clicked it. What does this one do? Run tests. Alright, we're going to just run one section at a time. I don't know why it did that. That was bizarre. Uh-oh. Stop. You were working before. Alright, we're going to do on the whole message board again. Okay. Message board is check. Sign up flow. Sign up flow, check. All right, upvoting. Oh, let me hide myself so y'all can see it. Check. Checks, checks, checks. We did it, y'all. Still a little rough around the edges, as we can see from the debug information there. I'm going to call that a win. Let's go ahead. And I'm going to push this up. And we can post some stuff to Twitter about it. And then we'll close up. Cancel, get status, get add period, and get commit. All tests passing, all work complete. Git push. What? Did I leave something open? Oh yeah, I left no closing. There we go. Did not a what? Oh yeah, forgot the dash M. Let's do dash AM. All right, that should do it. Let me check out Git Hub. And we can post some tweets about this. Angular, Supaship IO. Copy. See what's going on over in Twitter land. Quote tweet it. Just finished up our Angular port of supaship.io. Check the repo. All playwright tests passing. Pretty much exactly the same tests we used for the React version. Kind of nice. It feels like we're playing with like cheat codes when we've already have like end-to-end tests that already pass for another because we've built it before. Feels like it feels a little bit like a cheat code. Kind of nice. Available. Cool. Let's just see what's going on with Twitter and we'll wrap it up. What is this? Ah, that one. Okay. Yay. No response from Trash Dev. Probably getting too annoying to him at some point. All right. Well, we did it, y'all. Y'all who stayed around, thanks for chilling. It's cool to be able to get all this done. I'm going to have to take this tomorrow. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow because I want to make the video about the Angular stuff here that we did, so we can have the video ready for the Tiny Angular Conf on Friday for Addy. This is what I've been working on this project for. So it was fun. Definitely reaffirmed some belief of mine that and an interesting thing about Angular is I was able to do things a little more the way I wanted to, in terms of like getting the user votes. We're able to do very easily in one place. That felt much easier, and being able to have the tool set of RxJS was also a really nice thing that I feel like is kind of missing in React, especially if you've made the investment like I have to getting that knowledge. But at the end of the day, the React just seems to have much less friction and much less domain specific knowledge around a bunch of this stuff. And so, yeah, I don't know. I am probably going to stick with React for most of my future projects where I have a choice. And probably I'd probably still choose Angular for something where we're going to have a larger team of people, just because Angular comes with a lot of decisions made for you. But for for something personal, I think I just go with React these days and just not think about it too much. And yeah, just like if it's just a matter of making things work, like we just gotta make something work. I feel like React is the way to go. So there's that's my take. This is coming from an Angular GDE over here, but yeah, I'm probably sticking with React. All right, I'll close out the stream here. Thanks y'all for hanging out. Some of y'all sticking all the way to the end. That's awesome. Catch y'all later.